Now, Rigathi Gachagua just made an explosive outburst exposing the intel he gets that checks out comes directly from State House, just right under Ruto's nose. Whom do you think could be the mole inside State House? And is the president actually safe enough if the opposition gets all the intel exactly how it is supposed to be? Now, William Ruto was meant to address the nation about 2060 development progress in the country. And then Rigathi Gachagua made a speech exposing what the president was meant to say, stating that he intends to use the retired president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to spearhead the 2060 progress. What are we talking about? 2060 progress. Yet we are still waiting for the current promises that Ruto made. You know, the development progresses and all that. None of them checks out. You look at all these SHA systems not working, the roads are not developed. Most of them are still underdeveloped. And most of the promises that he made that still don't check out. What is 2060 for? Make us open our eyes right now so that we can actually secure what is called the presidential development progress currently before 2060. Well, let us look into this interesting Rigathi Gachagua's speech.
Leo, he has come up with another con game deception. Very big one tonight. Ameita mativi saa moja. Saa moja leo. Amepanga wa Kenya. The way he'll con them and deceive them. Sasa leo saa moja. Nimwambie nisimwambie. Ati ameita State of the Nation address. Do you know what he is coming to do? Ati to launch Kenya Vision 2060. This guy thinks Kenyans are fools. Ati he is coming to launch Vision 2060. Ati apangie wa Kenya vile watakaa from now to 20. Ile 2030 aliua. Si ilikuwa 2030 Mwai Kibaki? Ameua hajaua. Sasa wewe umeua Vision 2030. Tonight you are calling Kenyans to deceive them that you are launching Vision 2060. The third part, which has made me very uncomfortable, that he wants to appoint retired President Uhuru Kenyatta as to be the team leader. Sisi namwambia my elder brother President Uhuru Kenyatta, please usikubali kuingizwa kwa hiyo matope. Wakenya watakuchukia na watakudharau. Si ni uongo? Ati 2060. Ile kazi tumekupatia umefanya. Unatuambia mambo ya 2060 ya nini? Na kuna kazi tulikubaliana ufanye. 4 years down the line you have done nothing. On 10th nitatoa taarifa Ruto at 4 years. So wewe William Ruto tonight, unless now because nimekutangaza ubadilishe. Because mimi nakujua ulikuwa unapanga kuja kudanganya wa Kenya at Vision 2060. At then our son Uhuru Kenyatta, mfalme wetu, kiongozi wetu, ati umuingize kwa hiyo matope, ati aongoze uongo. Hiyo si ni uongo? We don't want our son President Uhuru Kenyatta aingizwe in that mix. We want President Uhuru Kenyatta apatiwe nafasi to retire in dignity. Alitufanyia kazi miaka 10, apewe nafasi apumzike. Kama Uhuru kuna kazi anataka kutoa maoni, angoje next year tukichoka serikali akuja tushauri. Lakini asikubali. President Uhuru Kenyatta must not agree to be drawn into that deception. Na akikubali ataaibika. Hata ile siku Uhuru walienda Ishaweri, si Uhuru aliaibika. Watu walipiga kelele sana. We don't want wewe Ruto, don't drag our son into that nonsense. Wewe weka Kipchumba Murkomen akuwe team leader wa hiyo kitu. Ama ile Francis Atwoli. Si yako na watu wengi. Si apatie Atwoli. Give one of those characters
of yesterday. Getting that kind of information, that's not just ordinary information.
Law is law, but Rigiji is...
That's very serious information. It can only come from the highest level.
It came from his office. Right, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Is that not worrying?
Right inside State House.
Is that not worrying?
Right inside State House. People are very dissatisfied. For the record,
yes,
officers of the Presidential Escort Unit have not been paid their allowances for the last 4 months. And that is dangerous for the president and the country. You cannot afford people guarding the president of the country when they are lamenting like other Kenyans.
Yes.
You know, when they are dissatisfied. There is a lot of dissatisfaction around the president. Officers who guard him are complaining. In fact, some were telling me, when you are deputy president, you used to intervene for us. We used to get our allowances on time. People who work in the president's presidential delivery service, they are complaining. They have no vehicles. They have no allowances.
But why? Why? And the office was given extra allocation.
The president is too busy to know what goes on. And he's not busy working for the country. He's busy working for himself. Again, of course, understandably so, the president has panicked. Information given to him by the National Security Council is that unless he performs a miracle, indications are he will be one term. That has been given to him. He has done polls, scientific opinion polls with reputable international firms, and he is 17-18%. And as a sitting president, it cannot get better, it can only get worse. So we have a president who has panicked, who is fearful of being removed as president in one term, and therefore he's making very irrational decisions. And again, he's being held hostage by all manner of characters who purport that they can help him. And because he's desperate, he allows people to do crazy things. Like now, what happened when I was attacked at Witima ACK Church in January. A member of parliament from this area and his wife had wanted me assassinated, thinking that if I am killed, William Ruto's problem in the mountain will be over. The problem would have multiplied 100 times if I was assassinated. But he has lost control. In Olkalau, he ordered that woman from Ranga to leave Olkalau. She refused. And there is nothing he can do. He is held hostage by a few members of parliament, a few cabinet secretaries who control the security sector, the fake deputy president. They hold him hostage. The man doesn't know what to do. In fact, I'm told this thing of yesterday, the Vision 2016, he was not for it. So when it backfired, he was up in arms. So he is a man who is desperate for a second term. Is a man who has lost control. Nothing is working in the country. He is also too busy looking for money to sustain his campaign, to an extent that the country is gliding to a halt. You know, that is the situation we are in.
You have said something about opinion polls from inside, from intelligence and so forth, and indications.
I still ask that question. Whom do you think could be the mole in the government with the many roasting Itumbi? Itumbi is actually under fire. Itumbi is the government person that deals with the broadcast of the State House.
Kuna watu watermelon kwa hii serikali ya Ruto. Kosa suria ni watermelon. Ngambia timulio kwa ofisi. Hata Dennis Itumbi, Dennis Itumbi si mtu mzuri. Aende asiende. Dennis Itumbi asonge asisonge. Atoke kwa hiyo communication team ya Ruto. Anafanya nini? Na ana leak information. Ana leak speech ya Ruto. Hapana, hatutaendelea hivi. Hata sisi kama wako na mlima tuko na mabonde. Si ni kweli? Unajua watu wengine wanasema tuko na milima. Kama wako na milima tuko na mabonde. Hata sisi tutasema usiguse mabonde, hatutagusa milima. Bimwa nyara Ruto. Kimeji anogeto kusiana. Wacha afakie hiyo State House. Na kuna mawaziri wengine ma CSS na ma PSS. Kama unaona milima hakuna kura, tafadhali. Kuna watu wengine wanataka tupende. Wale wa Western, Nyanza, Northeastern.
Just right there. So probably people are thinking, you know what, it could be Itumbi leaking this. But whom do you think could be the mole in the government if you could tell me according to your analysis? Well, leave me there your views on the comments section. Don't forget, I would like to actually get an opinion from you. Before we continue, I'd like to thank all our diehard supporters for continuously growing our channel. We wouldn't be where we are without your endless support. And if it's your first time to listen in, press your subscribe button and ring your notification bell so that you can actually be fast to receive the bulletins once we upload them. What are the effects of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta merging an alliance with the William Ruto, given that you all know that anyone who makes an alliance with William Ruto gets a total flop, rejection from Kenyans, and nothing comes out positively from that. You also, what happened before Raila passed away, he merged an alliance with Ruto, and guess what? The popularity declined a little bit. So now, what is the importance of giving or the urgency of giving Uhuru a job inside the government? Is Ruto that cornered that he really wants to look for allies? I'm sure he's looking for allies. If he gets Uhuru Kenyatta on board, then this will only mean that come 2027, he will have Mount Kenya by his side. He's trying all possible ways. You all know that it's now clear that Mountain is gone, controlled by none other than Rigathi Gachagua. And Rigathi is very intelligent. After the all Kalau politics, this was the determiner of the 2027 politics. He clearly exposes that, Ruto wanted to assassinate him. But do you think by assassinating Rigathi Gachagua would solve the problem of William Ruto? Because he thinks by terminating Gachagua out of the picture, then definitely he will have progress of way forward towards that. Do you think it actually will help out, or he will be creating more problems and complications for himself before 2027? Well, it is called politics, the complexities and the difficult challenges that Ruto is going through in order to get allies to his side. How do you think that day Ruto reacted to just hear, what Rigathi Gachagua is actually going to expose that? Did you hear Ruto's speech? It was actually not making a lot of sense because I literally watched it from beginning to, I wanted to really know what it is that he wanted to say. And trust you me, Rigathi Gachagua had the checked out intel. Who is the mole in the government? Should the president be worried because all his secrets are out right under his nose? People are tired of Ruto, that's the fact. But for a government this big to have its, updates out in the opposition, this is a great risk because now the opposition knows the exact move of President William Ruto and there is nothing he can do about it. It is called smartness, the intelligence of none other than Rigathi Gachagua. How do you beat this government, the strategies, the impacts? What are the strategies that will pull down William Ruto and his government come 2027? Because the agenda is one term, clearly enough. He has enough, people to give him the information. Do you think it's Itumbi leaking this information out? Or who could it be? Who could be leaking this information to Rigathi Gachagua, the opposition leader? Well, stay tuned for more updates as we follow up on this developing story on Royal News, the channel where you get all your trending bulletins. JD Ishmaels.